Hello dear students, welcome back to this class of English. Students, today we are going to begin a very important topic in English grammar, which is narration. So let's make a start. So what is narration, students? First of all, the literal meaning says that narration is an activity of telling something. It can be a story, it can be an anecdote, it can be an incident or a series of events or incidents. So telling something, narrating something, right? Now, when we learn narration, first of all, you must know that it is also known as reported speech. Reported speech. So, narration and reported speech are one and the same. Now, students, whenever we learn something, there are certain requirements. When we make something, we need a few things, require a few things. And in the same manner, when we learn something, there are certain requirements. So, let me now tell you the requirements for narration. The prerequisites. The prerequisites of narration. Prerequisites is what is required. Alright. So the first one is tenses. Then kinds of sentence. Then comes pronouns. 3 persons. And the last is direct and indirect speech. Alright, so beginning with the explanation of these requisites. First of all, tenses. So students, for knowing or learning narration, you need to know the tenses. And if you do not know the tenses, then you need to learn them first. Then come on to the narration. The second is kinds of sentence. And I have already explained you in my earlier videos. The kind of sentences according to their use. Now, the next is the pronouns. So, let us now discuss the 3-person pronouns. Alright. So, pronouns, you all know, pronouns are the replacing words. The words which can replace nouns are pronouns. But we can divide pronouns into 3-person pronouns. First person, second person and third person. Now, first person pronouns are those which the speaker uses for himself or herself. For example, I, me, my. They are all first person pronouns. Then again, we can classify them into singulars and plurals. So, first person pronouns I, me, my are singulars, and plurals we, are, us. They all are first person pronouns. Then the second, which the speaker uses for the listener, the other person who is listening, with whom the speaker is communicating. So, you, your, for singular. And for plural also, you, your. Then coming to the third person pronouns. So third person pronouns are the pronouns which the speaker uses for somebody else other than the speaker or the listener. So the third person is neither the speaker nor the listener. For example, he, she, it, his, her, and similarly for plural it can be they, them, their. They all are third person pronouns. And students, the easiest way to learn the three person pronouns, or if you get confused which are the first person, which are the second person, then there is a trick. So understand like this: I am speaking to you, so I am the first person. You are listening to me, you are the second person. And those who are not listening to me are the third persons. So the first person is which you use for ourselves. Second person pronouns which we use for the listeners, and third person pronouns which are neither for ourselves nor for the listener. So these are the three person pronouns. And as you know, this is also a prerequisite to learn narration, so you must learn pronouns. Now coming to the next, the last prerequisite before beginning the narration, the topic. Okay, and that is direct and indirect speech. You must know what is direct speech and what is an indirect speech. For that, I'll give you an example. All right. Rohan says, I am happy. I am writing two sentences here. Rohan says that he is happy. Now see, I have written two sentences. They both mean the same. The meaning of both sentences comes out to be the same, but they are written in a different manner. And this difference in the writing shows the difference between the direct and indirect speech. Now, which one is the direct speech? Now see, we have inverted commas here. Fine. So, it is direct speech. And look at the other sentence. Here, we do not have the inverted commas. So, this is indirect speech. This is direct speech and this is indirect speech. Fine. Now, what is the meaning? What is direct speech? The direct speech are the exact quoted words of a speaker. Rohan says, what did Rohan say? I am happy. They are the exact words of the speaker, of Rohan. While in indirect speech, now I'll explain the differences between both. Fine. Indirect speech is the substance of what the speaker said. Substance of exact words. Now, direct speech, indirect speech. Exact words, substance of exact words. Fine. you can see. All right. Now, in direct speech, inverted commas are used. While there are no inverted commas in indirect speech. So, no inverted commas. Then the third difference is indirect speech is always an assertive sentence ending with a full stop, with a period. Fine. And you know the kind of sentences now. All right. And this direct speech can be any kind of sentence. Any kind of sentence. Fine. It can be assertive, it can be exclamatory, it can be interrogative, it can be imperative, it can be optative, any kind of sentence. But the indirect speech is always assertive sentence. So, here comes the difference between direct and indirect speech. So, these inverted commas tell you that this is the direct speech, the exact words of the speaker. And the ending of the sentence tells you that this is assertive sentence and indirect speech. And Rohan says that he is happy. So something is changed from the previous sentence to make it an indirect speech. So this is indirect speech ending with a full stop. So with that, students, we have done the prerequisites of learning narration. Now, what to do with narration? What to learn? Students, the reason for massive confusion among people is about how to change direct speech into indirect speech. And for that, you must not forget that this verb, which is before the beginning of the inverted commas in direct speech, plays a very important role. And it is called reporting verb. The verb before the beginning of the inverted commas is called the reporting verb. Students, I am discontinuing the topic here only. It will be continued in the next session of English. So, this is all for today. Thank you.